What's going on, everybody? I'm back at it again on this beautiful Sunday. You missed me Friday. I had some uploading problems. Kept saying error. I believe it was my phone for whatever reason. But got to work on. Got to get this money right so I can get this camera, man. But that's what happened. Saturday was just a real long, tough day. It was a long, tough week at work. Saturday, I was in punching in the clock at the slave job, and just tough, body wasn't up to it. So I'm here today. I got my much needed rest. Before I get into my activities of the day, around the house, got some running around to do, got to go cut the grass, all that good stuff. I wanted to bang out this Ring of Honor. This was supposed to be for Friday, but I'm giving it to you now. If you've missed anything that I uploaded during the week, make sure you go back and check that out. That is New Japan Pro Wrestling results, standings, and predictions. Also, we did an AEW on TNT, where we also went and talked about some of the matches that will be going on at All Out. We gave an update on what's going on with Being the Elite and Road to All Out. So go check those out. Also, NXT, went over that, had a nice NXT review. So go check that out. Those are all the uploads from this week. Now, this was supposed to be Fridays. I said I really was confused and didn't know what I was going to do Friday, but I'm stick with Ring of Honor. I wasn't able to cover Ring of Honor since Best in the World, and I feel bad. I have been keeping up with their TV tapings, and I did watch Manhattan Mayhem and Mass Hysteria, so I'm going to real quick touch bases on those. It's Clouded Thoughts of Wrestling, episode 21. This is the Deion Sanders. We made it. We prime time. We doing not on prime time, but you get what I'm saying. Deion prime time, Sanders 21. That's where we're at today. And this is going to be Ring of Honor Edition, Manhattan Mayhem / Mass Hysteria. Thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. I want to thank everybody for all your support. It is very much needed. I thank you. I really do. I really, really do. I've gotten a lot of good responses to my videos. I've been getting some really good feedback from other content creators out there. Also, just from some good wrestling fans. The AEW, you guys, the AEW fan base, you guys have really showed the most support and love, and I really appreciate you guys for that a ton. I really, 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 really do. And I hope you can keep rocking with me, and this channel will definitely continue to grow with your support and love. So thank you, much needed, in me continuing to push this and getting it to the level where I see it being. We're going to get into this Ring of Honor. Like I said, I don't want to take much of your time. It's Sunday. I know you guys got a lot of things to do, church or just, hanging out, or just a lot of people's off day to day or whatever. So I'm not going to speed through this, but I'm going to get through this as best as I can. And happy Sunday. I hope everyone's had a great week and a great weekend. I haven't watched New Japan G1 Climax today yet, because today, Sunday, was the last one until I believe Tuesday. I will have the New Japan results, standings, and predictions for you tomorrow for sure. Hopefully my phone doesn't mess up. Hopefully it don't mess up for this video as well. But I will have that for you Monday. Also, check out Wednesday, G1, Saturday, and today, man. Today's will be headlined with Moxley and Naito. Naito, one of my favorite wrestlers in the world. Him going against Moxley, that should be a good one. Can't wait to check that out later on today. Now, Ring of Honor, Manhattan Mayhem. It was in Manhattan, of course, Manhattan Mayhem, at the Hammerstein Ballroom, one of my favorite wrestling venues. I just love the way the Hammerstein Ballroom looks. Started out, Dragon Lee beat Jonathan Gresham. Lee double stomp Gresham, who was in the Tree of Woe position. Lee followed up with a running knee for a near fall. Lee connected with the second knee to the head and scored the pin. Now, I've really been liking what I've seen from Dragon Lee and his brother Roosh. Dragon Lee, the first time I seen Dragon Lee in action was against Hiromu Takahashi. And that man is a beast. Very, very, very excited from what I was able to see from both, and I've been impressed with Jonathan Gresham. They met at the Best of the Super Junior tournament earlier this year, the tournament in which Will Ospreay won. Gresham's put on some weight since then, but I like this. I liked how both of their styles, Lee being like a little bit of a high flyer and a striker, and then you have Gresham with his, being technical and using some of his power to his advantage. I like all that. And these guys showed that they had real good chemistry in the ring together. I also like that. And every time you get two guys who have good ring chemistry, it's going to make for a good match. And I've just really been impressed with Dragon Lee thus far. He is really starting to become one of my favorites in the wrestling world. Next, Matt Taven came out. He was wearing a Boston Red Sox jersey. He was in New York, Manhattan, and he was just being a heel, playing a heel to the crowd. Basically getting pumped because it was him and Jay Lethal were going to be the match for the Ring of Honor World Championship. That was the match that he was going to be in. Then Kenny King comes down, and Kenny King's like, I won the Battle Royal. I beat Jay Lethal in that best out of 3. I want my title shot. Put me into the match. I want into the match. Matt Taven says, you fine and whatever. I'll beat you and Jay Lethal. It don't matter. So he's in the match. So he's happy about that. Kenny King leaves. Jay Lethal comes down. Him and Matt Taven get into it. They start fighting. They come out. They break the two up. So that's what happened. I enjoyed the interaction between all three. I enjoyed the interaction between Kenny King and Matt Taven. And I enjoyed the action between Jay Lethal and Matt Taven. We already know how Jay Lethal and Kenny King feel about each other. These guys are rivals. These guys are rivals. These guys really don't like each other, and they never really did, Kenny King and Jay Lethal. So, and Lethal was just mad because he's like, how do you just put him in this match? It's supposed to be me and you. I want my one-on-one. This is my rematch. And what are you doing? That's where all that happened. I liked it. I like how Matt Taven was playing to the crowd. I liked all of that. So that was good. Next, we had the Bouncers as they beat Coast to Coast and Soldiers of Savagery in a 3-way tag match. SOS put Beer City Bruiser through a table at ringside. Referee Brian Hebner disqualified SOS. Coast to Coast drove into SOS. It was announced that SOS were ejected, yet the match would continue without them. In the end, the Bouncers hit closing time on Shaheem Ali for the win. Now, I didn't understand how they disqualified SOS. I was like, it's a triple threat tag team match. People get put through tables all the time. And it's been a while since I've seen a team just get ejected from a match. I don't know how that said. Now, I get it was to protect Soldiers of Savagery, but maybe there was another way you could have went about it, I guess, because the Bouncers definitely had to win because they were the number 1 contenders for the tag titles and would be facing the Briscoes at Mass Hysteria. So I get why they did that, and you want to protect the Soldiers of Savagery. It looks like, they're going to be a big part of this Ring of Honor tag team division. I haven't seen a team get injected from a match in a long, long time. So I don't know how that sit. Now, after the match, TK O'Ryan and Vinny Marseglia attacked the Bouncers with chairs. Marseglia sat down on a chair in front of the fallen Beer City Bruiser and lit up a cigar. Marseglia grumbled that the Bouncers are number 1 contenders for the Ring of Honor tag titles, which I stated. Marseglia told Bruiser that if he wants to get sick with him, then he'd get sick with him. Marseglia put out the lit cigar on the Bruiser's chest. O'Ryan took the mic and said he was always a bigger fan of whiskey. O'Ryan also called out Roosh. And this is where we get to Roosh and TK O'Ryan. I really enjoyed this match. Roosh won with his running dropkick finisher. Roosh went to ringside. He was bumping fists with fans, including a fan who was wearing a mask like his. This is really good. I like this. The fan jumped the barricade and attacked Roosh. The fan eventually unmasked himself to be Dalton Castle. And I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this match. It's not like Roosh came down here and just ran through TK O'Ryan. They put on a really good match. TK O'Ryan looked good. I've been liking what I've been seeing from the Kingdom thus far. That's Matt Taven, Vinny Marseglia, and TK O'Ryan. And Roosh, the brother of Dragon Lee, I'm really liking Roosh. I'm liking his charisma, his confidence. I'm loving it all. His look. I still would like to see a little bit more move-wise, but I'm all in for Roosh. I like what I've been seeing from him, and this match was really, really good. T.O.W. Ryan took the fight to Roosh at times in this match, and I like that. But Roosh was able to win, and I also like he's pumping fists with the fans outside, and there's a fan with the Roosh mask on, and he fist bumps with him, and he jumps the barricade, he starts attacking Roosh, and then he takes the mask off, and it's Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle, man, his swag, charisma, confidence is on 1,000, man. I love Dalton Castle and how he plays his character is really good, and I like how they set that up with him being the fan out there, and then attacking him. That was really cool, so good job, Ring of Honor. I like that. And then it leads to them two, and they faced off at Mass Hysteria. We'll get to that a little later. Next, we have Matt Taven as he beat Jay Lethal and Kenny King in a triple threat match to retain the Ring of Honor Championship. And I told you what happened in that little promo earlier. Now, Lethal hit a late lethal injection for a near fall. King hit a lethal injection on Lethal and followed up with a royal flush. Taven performed his climax finisher on King, then covered Lethal for the win. Riccaboni said it was time to start giving Taven credit. Afterward, Lethal offered Taven a handshake. Taven accepted and then kicked Lethal in the balls. I like this triple threat match. And one thing that I really liked about it, and my cousin stated this, is he said it's been a while since I've seen a triple threat match where, usually in a triple threat or a fatal four-way, the other, you'll have two guys going at it, and one of the guys is, out on the outside of the ring for a long period of time, In this case, that wasn't the case. It seemed like all three of these guys were always in the middle of the action, and I really liked that. And I also liked how it seemed that most of the action stayed inside the ring. I like that, and it made for a really good triple threat match. Like I said, this is one of the best triple threat matches I'd say I've seen in a long time because of those 2 points that I pointed out alone. The fact that it really didn't go outside the ring a lot. They kept the action inside the ring, and all three guys were steadily involved in the match, and I like that. And that just showed all three guys really working really good together. Now, people have been talking about Kenny King and not really performing big in big matches. This wasn't the case in this match. All three guys really performed really, really well. I like what I seen from all three competitors, especially Matt Taven, man. Matt Taven, and I like this because when I went to Best in the World, I liked the match between him and Jeff Cobb. I just didn't think it was long enough, and I really wanted to see more from Taven. And watching, his match with him and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, him and Flip Gordon and other opponents he's done win against for that Ring of Honor championship. And I like what I've been seeing from Matt Taven. I like what I saw from Matt Taven in this match. And like I said, Ian Riccaboni said, we got to start giving Taven his credit, and I would agree with you, Ian Riccaboni. I agree with that statement a lot, man. Let's start giving Matt Taven and the Kingdom their credit, man, because they are actually out there doing good. I like what I've been seeing from them. Let me know what you think. Next, we had Mark Haskins, Tracy Williams, Bandito, and PJ Black Lifeblood as they beat the Villain, Marty Scurll, PCO, Brody King, and Flip Gordon. Bandito hit a 21 plex on King. Then Black followed up with the Springboard 450 for the win. Black is still not an official member of Lifeblood, but he keeps working with him. Might as well just beat him out. PJ Black might as well just join Lifeblood. I like what I've been seeing from PJ Black. His age to still be able to go out there and perform like he performs is just amazing. I enjoy that. And Lifeblood needed this win. They needed this win. They've been getting their ass kicked by Villain Enterprises lately. They needed this win. This was a big win for them. And it was a good match. Now, Flip really didn't do any much. You can tell he is definitely injured. So he really didn't play a big part in this match. So it was almost like it was 4-on-3, if you want to think about it. But Lifeblood gets a much-needed win over Villain Enterprises. Now, the Briscoes beat the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa in a New York street fight to win the Ring of Honor tag team titles. This was, I would say, the best tag team match that I've seen from the Gorillas of Destiny in a little while. They really went out there and really had themselves one hell of a match. And when you're talking two of the best top tag teams in the world, because yes, both of them are, this match definitely delivered for me. Now, brawl that included chairs, tables, a ladder, other weaponry. Late in the match, G.O.D. performed a magic killer on Mark on top of a stack of chairs that were laying in the ring, but it only led to a near fall. Loa went for a power bomb from the ropes on Mark, who performed a hurricanrana. Tonga performed the gun stun on Jay, but Mark threw a chair at Tonga's face. Jay was bloody. Mark set up a ladder and a table inside the ring and put Tonga on top of the table. Loa returned and climbed the other side of the ladder. The Ring of Honor graphic appeared on the screen for a bit. Eventually, Mark performed a missile drop kick from the top of the ladder onto Tonga, who was knocked off Jay's shoulders and through the table. Mark covered Tonga and pinned him, making the Briscoes 11-time Ring of Honor champions. Now, it's crazy because people was all upset about New Day being, I believe, 7-time or 8-time, whatever, tag team champions. They look at the Briscoes are 11-time tag team champions in Ring of Honor. This was a really, really, really good match. I enjoyed this match, the brutality in this match, all of it. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this a lot. This was a good match. This was a really good match, and it showed why both of these teams are two of the best tag teams in the world. The Briscoes got the win, and I like that because you don't really know. I mean, the Gorillas of Destiny, they are with New Japan Pro Wrestling. They are the IWGP Tag Team Champions for New Japan Pro Wrestling. So you don't really know now. At Mass Hysteria, the Briscoes took on the Bouncers, who were the number one contender, and the Briscoes won the match. But then after the match, they were attacked by the Gorillas of Destiny post-match. And, they busted them open and beat them up pretty badly. So maybe this is saying that this is a rivalry that is going to continue. Now, what I will say, Ring of Honor, with Soldiers of Savagery, you got Coast to Coast. I would like to see Ring of Honor bring out more tag teams. I know they mentioned that Roosh and Dragon Lee can work as a tag team as well. You got tag team and Villain Enterprises and Lifeblood. So I think that Ring of Honor has the teams in there to build a good solid tag team division, and I kind of like how it can be built around the Briscoes still, because they are still one of the best tag teams in the world, and I like that. And I like the feud that they're having with the Gorillas of Destiny as well, because it seemed like they really brought out the best in the Gorillas of Destiny, and the chemistry between the two are definitely there. So I like that. All in all, I give Manhattan Mayhem, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. I really enjoyed the show. It was a good show. I like the storytelling at times. Throughout the night was good. The action in the ring was good. So with all that being said, I really enjoyed Ring of Honor Manhattan Mayhem. It was a good show, and it's funny because there was a point in time where I was even like, wow, man, I would have liked to see this show I thought it was a better show than Best in the World, just my opinion. I enjoyed Best in the World. I was there live. In my opinion, I felt like Ring of Honor Manhattan Mayhem was really good, and I like how they're doing it. They have their summer show. I think it's like Summer Card of Honor they'll be having in August. Can't wait for that. That should be a really, really good show to check out. And Ring of Honor, man, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing, and that's what I'm saying, people. We can't just, it's a really good time to be a wrestling fan. If you don't like this, there's this. If you don't like that, there's this. Now, me, I enjoy it all. I really do. I enjoy what I enjoy from WWE. I'm all in on AEW. I really love New Japan Pro Wrestling. I really like Ring of Honor. And Ring of Honor, they have a real good talent. They have talent. They have a talented roster. So if you haven't, go check some Ring of Honor out, man, because they're still out there putting out some really good content. Next, we're going to really quickly dive into Mass Hysteria. Like I said, the Briscoes beat the Bouncers to retain the Ring of Honor tag team titles, but then were attacked post-match by Gorillas of Destiny. We had Kenny King. He defeated Dragon Lee. But before we get into that, we had Silas Young defeated PJ Black. This was pretty much Black's match in that he was the impressive one despite Young being excellent here as well. It's remarkable to see Black still this athletic, spectacular, even after years of damage to his body. Young made for a natural foil to the normally good-natured Black, so perhaps a feud is in order simply based on character chemistry. I'd like to see more of these two together, especially in a longer match. Now, I can agree with that. I've been impressed with PJ Black, and I said that I've been impressed with him for him still to be able to do the things he can do in that ring. Same thing with Silas Young, and the chemistry kind of states that there may be more coming for this, and I'm all for it. I would like to see these two get to tango again. Now, Tasha Steelz defeated Angela Love and Carissa Rivers to remain the number one contender, and I like that. I like what I've been seeing from Tasha Steelz, and I also like how Ring of Honor is putting some emphasis on this women's division. I really enjoy that. Well, Maria Manic, she came out, she had another, she attacked, I believe, it was Mass Hysteria. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been Manhattan Mayhem. Might have been both. I can't really remember. But she did come out. She's still coming out, beating up security guards and all that. But now I feel like we need to see Maria Manic in action. Now it's time to put her in action, put her in a ring against somebody. Even like if it's a squash match, that's fine. But now it's to the point where we need to start seeing some of Maria Manic. But I definitely like what I've been seeing from Tasha Steelz, and she still remains the number one contender. We had Kenny King defeating Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee continues to look like a star. He continues to look like money. Kenny King, to me, he be hit and miss sometimes. There was parts in this match he looked really, really good, and then there was other parts where it was like, and sometimes singles wise, like I said, he looked phenomenal in a triple threat match. I love that triple threat match with him, Lethal, and Taven. That was awesome. But here it seems like sometimes in singles, man. Now I will say him and Lethal at best in the world, that singles match was good. I like that. But even still, like there's times in certain singles matches where people are saying that he's entertaining only in spurts, and King needs to figure out why he keeps foldering in these big matches before it's too late. And there's times that I can understand that to a certain extent. Kenny King has all the talent in the world. I see it. He has charisma. He has confidence. He has good move sets. He can wrestle his ass off. I just don't. It always seems like there's a next gear that you're hoping for, I think, and sometimes it's not there. And with Dragon Lee, I just expected. I thought that this match would be a little bit better than it was. But I mean, no hate, no shade towards Kenny King. I enjoy Kenny King as a wrestler. I just think that, he can be the big match guy. And in that triple threat match, I seen it. I seen it. Even against Jay Lethal, I seen it at times. This was one of the matches where I was like, he can do it in spurts. I want to see Kenny King really put this together all the way because he can do it. I know he can do it. So, big ups, Kenny King, man. No hate. No hate. It's all love. Dragon Lee, continue doing what you're doing, man, because you are doing your thing. We also had Shane Taylor defeat Eli Isom this was a television title match, and Eli Isom really played the underdog role. He came out with Cheeseburger at the start of the match, and this match was tough. This was nasty from bell to bell. It was a lot. It looked like it hurt. But the two had really good chemistry, and the crowd throughout the match. The crowd started believing in Eli Isom, and that underdog story. It really started to come to light, and he really towards the end of this match, he took Shane Taylor to the limit. He really did. He really surprised me and surprised a lot of other people. And, people were starting to get behind him as the match went on as that underdog, because he was a huge underdog. And he put on a really good showing against Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor continues to impress me. I've been impressed with his title run and impressed with him and what he's able to do in the ring at his size. I love his aggression, all that. I like Shane Taylor. He retains the Ring of Honor television championship. Good job, Shane. Then we had Villain Enterprises PCO, Marty Scurll, as they defeated Lifeblood, Bandito, and Mark Haskins. This was a really good tag team match. I love my man PCO with his crazy self. I enjoyed what I saw out of this match. It wasn't bad. Now it just plays on the Lifeblood and the Villain Enterprises feud, and I can see these two are going to be feuding for a little while, and that's cool. But you know, after Villain Enterprises lost at Manhattan Mayhem, they were able to get the win again. I like the chemistry showed by all four guys: PCO, Bandito, Mark Haskins, Marty Scurll. All worked really well together, I thought. Marty Scurll was the one who got the win. And PCO is just a maniac. He is a maniac, man. I don't know how I don't know how he's able to do it. When they say he's not human, I believe it. He can't be human. The stuff that PCO is able to do still. I sit back and I'm like, he's going to kill himself in the ring. PCO is not human. I think I'm really believing that right now. Like, he is just not human. Next, we had ROH as he defeated Dalton Castle by disqualification. Now, this wasn't. I thought it was going to be better. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was going to be a better match, especially with the heat from both. You know, and coming into this match. Now, it's not over because after, you know, the reason why ROH won is because Dalton Castle attacked him. I just wanted more from this match from these two. Now I feel like because where it was at, I think they want to save this for a bigger show for these two to really go out there and really shine. That's what I want. I think that's what everybody wanted to see. You know, at the G1, they really, you know, you thought that you were going to see a great match between these two. ROH squashed them now. We get that because it starts this feud that they have going on. But even now, with this match, this was an opportunity for them to really go out there and put on something. Now, I didn't think we were going to get a real clear-cut winner, but I just expected more from this match. But like I said, maybe they're just saving it, and you know, maybe they're going to go at it again, and then this next time they go on it, we're really going to see these two guys go all out. Now, like I said, I've liked what I've been seeing from ROH, but like Dragon Lee, I feel like he's really excelling. ROH is doing good, but there's just more that I do want to see from him. I just feel like there's just like, you got it. Everything's there. The confidence, the charisma, the look, the moveset, still his strength. But it's like, there's still something that I'm like, I got to see. Now, they're both phenomenal wrestlers. Like, I've seen great matches from these two. I'm not saying that's capable, but I'm saying since ROH has been in Ring of Honor, I feel like there's this next, like I don't want to say step or level. There's just a little, and I don't know what it is, but it's just something that I want to see that really gets, like, for Dragon Lee, I think it's there. He delivers. Every match, it's like, yeah, you know. To ROH, it's like, I feel like there's more he can do. Sometimes I think like he's too lax, too tranquilo at times, and there's times where he just is just totally focusing on the crowd, and that's cool. But it's like I want to see a little bit more maneuvers from ROH. I guess that's what I want to see. But I like both of these guys, and I hope that the next time that they are able to tango in that squared circle, that they are giving the right amount of time and they're given to have a great match, because I know that both guys are very capable of delivering great matches. Dalton Castle is amazing. ROH is amazing. Let these two finally go out there and give us a 20-minute classic or 15-minute classic. I'm down for that. The main event, it was Jay Lethal, Jonathan Gresham, and Alex Shelley as they defeated the Kingdom, Matt Taven, Vinny Marseglia, and T.K.O. Ryan. This was an excellent main event that was built around Shelley returning. Alex Shelley has returned. He is back in Ring of Honor. Yes, I said Alex Shelley, and yes, he looked really good. He really did. He really did. Now, Shelley returning to form in time for his title shot. The wrestling was smart and fluid, never making any one person look weak or feeble. Gresham's heel tendencies were not really on display here, which might just be for the best. As far as this match is concerned, Shelly was the big deal here and played part of the special attraction perfectly. This was a simple, easy main event that ended a mixed card on a high note. And Alex Shelley, Jay Lethal, and Jonathan Gresham won. Now, I've been saying, like, even in Manhattan Mayhem, Gresham and Dragon Lee, Gresham showed a lot of heel tendencies in that match. He really did. And I liked his edginess. And he didn't show that in this match because, you weren't with heels. Alex Shelley, I guess he's being brought up as a face. We know Jay Lethal is the biggest face in Ring of Honor. So, with that being said, he had to play to that. And it wasn't needed in this kind of match. It wasn't needed. But I was like, it's going to be interesting, because Gresham has been playing up this heel role, but he's with two faces, Alex Shelley came in, and I watched this match because I haven't seen Alex Shelley in action in a while. I haven't. Seeing him, he still looks phenomenal. He still looks awesome. He gets that Ring of Honor title shot. Don't know when, but I cannot wait to see him and Taven lock it up. That should be a really good one, and this match was just awesome. Like I said, I like what I've been seeing from the Kingdom. I like the Kingdom. I like what I've been seeing from them. I enjoyed Mass Hysteria. I'm going to give Mass Hysteria a thumbs up. It was a good show. There were certain matches that I felt like could have been a little better than what they were, but at the end of the day, it still was a really good show. Manhattan Mayhem, I gave it 2 thumbs up. I really, really enjoyed that. And I can't wait to see more Ring of Honor. I got to check their TV tapings from this week. That's the only thing I haven't seen, so I'm going to definitely check that out probably later today after the G1. But this is Cloud of Thoughts of Wrestling, Sunday edition. I really don't do Sunday, but like I said, I felt bad for Friday and the difficulties that I was having, and I was just too beat Saturday to do anything, so I really wanted to get this up for you and get it out. Thanks for rocking with me. Thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, all that good stuff. All love and support is definitely much needed. I appreciate it all. Check out anything that you've missed from the week. I got to get done. My girl's calling my name. I got some stuff to do around the house. So thank you. Maybe I'll be back. I may upload something a little bit later. Check out New Japan. Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday. Great action, especially today. Moxley, Naito. If you're a real diehard wrestling fan like I am, you know that that's a match you're definitely going to want to see. I'm going to be watching it later, so definitely check that out as well. And I will be back here, if not a little bit later on today, to give a bonus video. I haven't decided that out. I'll definitely will be tomorrow going over New Japan Pro Wrestling results, standings, and predictions. This is Cloud of Thoughts of Wrestling. I am your boy, Sway Jose. I'm going to get on up out of here. Conquer your... blah, blah, blah. Got jumbled up. Conquer your goals, live your dreams, spread that love, spread that peace. I'm out.